Hey everyone, for this series, we're going to go ahead and take a look at some different spots you can get in your draft for the ESPN Fantasy Football Draft this year. So for this, we have the 10th overall pick. So with the 10th overall pick, the best player I could get right now is Devontae Adams. I'm going to go ahead and take that. Usually I like taking the running back first, but if Devontae Adams is still there, I'm going to take him. Also, look down the list. I have Nick Chubb there. I feel very good about those first two picks. And we'll see what we can go ahead and get in the third round now. So taking a look at the third round, I have a few players queued up. Terry McLaurin, Chris Carson's who I really want here. I've always had him as a running back on my team. Gets a lot of PPR. But as you can see, the last person just took that. So I'm going to go ahead right now.
Guess they had their eye on him too.
Third overall pick. Just take a look at what running backs are out there. Once you get this late in the draft, once you get third round, you're kind of just picking up a running back too. I see that Josh Jacobs is still out there. I'm not sure what's going to go on Derek Carr this year, so that might be a good pickup. And then also Terry McLaurin, Scary Terry, he's always killing it, so I'm going to go ahead and pick him up with my fourth pick. So what we have to do now, wait for the fifth round. So once we get to the fifth round, still looking at running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends. I don't generally like getting a quarterback yet. A lot of them slip down the list, and you can get a good one later on. So with this fifth overall pick, I am looking at the wide receivers right now. Taking a look at my team, we have Chubb, Jacobs, Adams, and McLaurin. We have two running back ones and two wide receiver ones. So I'm going to go down the list a little bit. I don't want to miss out on a good tight end. Kyle Pitts is coming out of Florida. Should get a lot of receptions from Matt Ryan now that Julio Jones left.
Quick, make your pick.
Go ahead and pick him up here. There we go. And then with my sixth overall pick, I want to go ahead and take a chance. I'm going to go ahead and take Jamar Chase. He has a good connection with Joe Burrow already from LSU days, so I'm going to go ahead and take a chance on that one. Once we get back here to the seventh round, I'm still looking at if anyone's just slipping down the list, see if we can pick up someone good. Seventh round, we're looking at some tight ends. Not looking at tight ends yet. We're going to look at some wide receivers and running backs and might get some good points still. So taking a look right now, if we let it go down and automatically pick first, we'll get Aaron Rodgers. So just taking another look at running backs real quick. I have my eye on Melvin Gordon down there. I think he's going to come back and have a really good year this year. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and pick up James Robinson. And the reason for that is because we're not really sure what Trevor Lawrence is going to do this year. Robinson carried the team last year, but that's mostly because they didn't have a quarterback. So we'll see how it goes on this year, but picking him up this late in the draft isn't a bad idea. So I feel comfortable with that pick. And then with our eighth overall pick, this is where I see Aaron Rodgers still there. I'm going to take the reigning MVP pick with the eighth overall pick. So I feel very good about that. So looking at the team right now, we have 3 solid running backs, we have 3 solid wide receivers, and a tight end. So feeling good right now, and now it's all about just picking up some people who are going to fill in during the week when you have a bye or someone gets injured. So we're just kind of looking down the list right now and seeing who's still available in the draft. So for wide receivers right now, we can see we can get Antonio Brown. Always a wild card. I'm going to pass on that and go with Jalen Waddle. Coming out of college, he looks fresh. He looks good. I'm going to go ahead and take a chance on that and see if he can do anything here in Miami. For our 10th pick, I'm still going to be looking at what wide receivers and what running backs are available. As I've said before, I do like Melvin Gordon down the list. He's still sitting there. He had a lot of points last year. I don't know why he fell so far down the list. But with Drew Lock kind of a wild card still, I'm going to go ahead and pick Melvin Gordon up as a running back number 4. Coming to the 11th pick now, I like carrying 2 tight ends on the team. Mike Gesicki's still there, so we have Gesicki, we have Jalen Waddle. I'm thinking 2 is going to be passing a lot, so we're going to go ahead and take that tight end as a tight end 2 and see which tight end performs better to start the year, and they'll get the start. So now that we're down here in the 12th pick, this is where I would advise picking up maybe another quarterback, somewhere between 12 and 15 rounds, getting a second quarterback, but I made a mistake this draft. I forgot to draft a second quarterback, so that's my mistake, but we're just looking at what's still available. I see A.J. Dillon now. After doing the draft, this is my first one of the year. I messed up. I drafted way too many running backs. A.J. Dillon, he will get more touches this year as he's the number 2 running back for the Packers behind Aaron Jones, but he probably, maybe he'll get some more points, but I would advise probably against that pick if I did it over again in the 12th round. Now in the 13th round, seeing what's out there for quarterbacks, I forgot how many rounds there were and should have drafted a quarterback here. If you still see Justin Fields
make your
in
pick.
this round, I would take him. It's just a good player to pick up. Instead, I pick up Darnell Mooney. He had a good amount of points last year, and this is where you just take chances and see who can get you some more points as bench players, unless there's an injury or unless there's a bye week where you need to put them in. Last couple rounds here, just trying to figure out who would be a good last pick. I accidentally did McKissick. He might be a pretty good running back 3 or a flex. Antonio Gibson's going to own the backfield for Washington, so I messed up there. So the only things I can pick left are kickers and defense. I go with Jason Sanders here, the Dolphins kicker, and the reason I did that is because he scored 169 points last year. 169 points is averaging about 10 points a game for the regular season, and for a kicker, that's pretty good. That's really good. And so last pick here, I like the Bears defense. I generally do not draft defenses to keep this season. I usually switch them out every single week because I just base it on matchups. But just taking a look at our overall team now, we only picked up one quarterback, which was my mistake, but we have Rodgers throwing to Devontae Adams. We have Nick Chubb. We have a stacked bench. So overall, I think for a 10th overall pick, this team is going to be a championship contender. Now, this isn't for my actual league, so I won't actually know, but if you get the 10th overall pick in a 10-person league and you end up with a team like this, you are set up for success. The only thing I would change is just getting a second quarterback. Thank you and subscribe for more.